Welcome to the Stuff and Things Podcast, your home for all stuff related to your favorite things in entertainment. Now, here are your hosts.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of what are part of our weekly episodes of the Stuff and Things Podcast. I am Sam. Joining me to discuss conspiracies in TV and film, it's Stefan.
Hey everybody, how we doing?
Well, I'm hoping everyone listening is well. I'm okay, same as always, and this is going to be a fun one. I was looking forward to this, and this is one I had on our list, and I've brought it forward for a very good reason. So, conspiracies like TV shows and films obviously exist, like conspiracy theory and all stuff like that. The Da Vinci Code's like a great conspiracy book and film.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts that exist around that. But I want to sort of dive into, we'll chat a little bit about that. But I want to kind of dive into the kind of like fan stuff or like conspiracy in TV that people believe.
Okay.
And what has prompted me to drag this forward, and it's going to be a little bit weird to kick off with because it's a show you don't watch, is the recent finale, season 5, final season of Stranger Things. Now, I'm going to say this to everyone. I'm going to be discussing how this show ends. So if you have not watched it yet and you plan to, this is a spoiler warning and you're going to have to jump ahead. Probably going to be about 8 minutes. And that's a guess. So if I'm right on that, then, well, hey.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, and that's a conspiracy. How did he know?
Oh wait, he edited it.
I edit it, and I'm looking at a clock on my recording on the desk. So hopefully, I'm going to get it about right. But mate, you don't watch this show. I know I've been on at you for ages to watch it. After I tell you this, you're not going to want to watch it. So I'm safe in telling you this.
No, that's fine. I will one day. I am going to sit and I am going to watch the whole of Stranger Things. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Eventually, but it's not tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Okay. So, Stranger Things has been a global phenomenon. The show hit 5 seasons, launched the careers of several young actors, actresses. It's reinvigorated a few older careers. It has done great things. It is a show set in the 1980s of America, and it has so much 80s nostalgia, which is why it really, really hit me early on. And just generally, it's a kind of you got to pay attention. There's stuff going on. There's like mysteries. You got to kind of solve it, go along as the audience. The show's been great. You go into its final season, and anyone who does watch the show and listen to us will know I did 3 episodes on this over Christmas and New Year with my daughter. Stranger Things, episodes 1, 2, and 3 for the final season, where we talked about all of this. Anyone who didn't listen to them, you can go back. Hope you enjoy them. My daughter's hilarious, mostly because she swears more than me, and she takes the piss out of me quite a lot.
I honestly didn't expect her to swear that much.
Yes, no one does, to be honest with you. Like,
such a lovely, charming young. Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah. She's unfortunately she takes after me. So sorry about that, everyone. Even though she does, even again, everyone's just like, doesn't sound like you. It's like, well, she is a different person and a different gender. So anyway, you go into the final season, and the fans were like ready to go, and Netflix decided to drop it in batches. So you had 4 episodes drop the end of November, 3 episodes drop at Christmas, and then the finale was New Year's, right?
Yep.
So the final episode. Now, some of these episodes are like hour and a bit long. They're all around an hour. Some are well over. The finale was film length, like 2 hours 10, 2 hours 20, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like epic. All of this epic. After the episodes that dropped at Christmas are out, the fans online are initially, what the fuck was that?
Okay.
What did we just see? Like the initial... Now, you and I will remember, because we did the show at the same time, Game of Thrones final season.
Oh, God.
Each episode that dropped, the fan reaction kept going, what have we just watched? Or, what couldn't I watch because the show was too damn dark? Like, each episode was like a growing thing, and then when the finale aired, it was, what the fuck was that? Like, people
And I
went
pretend
crazy.
it didn't happen.
Yeah, like, literally people were just like, that was so bad. I'm just like, that was so bad. So, I'm saying this laughing to myself, because the fan reaction, like, the finale hadn't aired, but the fan reaction to these 3 episodes was just, there were so many errors.
Was it that bad?
No,
Obviously, I haven't watched it. Was it that bad?
Right, so I'm going to give you an example, okay?
All I know is that it was probably the most highly anticipated TV event, to the extent of I've been away on holiday. I went to the US of A, and they were putting it on. The finale was on in cinemas.
Yeah.
Which blew my mind when I walked past the cinema and it was like Screen 7, Stranger Things, the finale. I'm like, what the shit?
Right, okay, so people skipping ahead 8 minutes are going to be pissed at me because I'm taking too long.
Sorry.
So when these episodes come out, I'm just going to give you an example, okay? One of the characters is wearing an Under Armour undershirt. Under Armour didn't come out until the 90s.
Well, say that wasn't around in the 80s.
Right, no, wait, because this is the bit you're going to love.
Okay.
Because it's a Netflix show, they went in quickly and edited it, right?
Okay.
So now, if you watch that episode, it's just a black shirt. There's no logo.
Clever.
So basically, they've admitted to, oh, fuck, that crept through, but we've just edited it, re-uploaded it. Whew. You know, anyone who now watches it is not going to have that.
I don't mind that. I don't mind admitting mistakes and changing it. I don't mind that.
So, to be clear, they have the ability to do that once shit's pointed out, okay?
Yeah.
I can list for you, but they won't make sense.
Oh, no.
15 to 20 similar things, not like with the 1980s, but things where one episode, an electricity dial was plain black, and in the next episode, the exact same thing was red. Like had a red sign and stuff on it. In one episode, one thing was in one place. In the very next scene, it's moved. Like basically continuity errors.
Oh, well,
and
you know
bad
I
ones.
freaking hate that.
And blatant. Like, these were so blatant, right? So, I'm going to say this to you. First of all, first bit of information I've given you, they have the ability to go in and edit that, right? And they proved it.
Yeah.
They showed us all they can. Secondly, there are constant errors around colours of things changing. Third thing, a plot point. In this show, there's a whole plot point. It's going to be difficult to explain if you've not watched it, where you are basically inside the mind of an evil, like a demon type character, right?
In their mind.
When you are trapped in this kind of trance, to get out of it, you have to look for inconsistencies. So there's a young character who's trapped in a bad memory she has. She's reliving it, but she notices that the roundabout, like this in the playground, the colour, it used to be yellow, it's now grey. So she notices, as a plot point, the colour of something is wrong, therefore I am trapped in this evil person's thing. She smashes the thing, it allows her to leave. Do you see where I'm going with this?
This is not good if you have other errors throughout the show.
Thank you, man. So, Conformity Gate, it's called, is what the fans dubbed this, which is everyone watched all of these things and went, we're part of the show. Like, the Duffer Brothers, the creators of the show, before the show aired, said, everyone needs to pay close attention. We have put stuff like, you need to really focus and you'll get the most out of it. Like, don't like half watch it. Don't be on your phone because there's stuff in this you're going to need to pay attention to. So you say that to a group of nerds and they are going to go frame by friggin' frame.
Oh, God, yeah.
And
Everything is going to be analysed to the maximum.
Yeah, and it has been. And so there are every day new videos, new TikToks, new YouTube videos of people breaking down, just rewatch this episode and look at this colour here, then it changes here, and then this is here, and people are like compiling this massive list of, oh wow, we're going into this finale, the finale's going to be epic, because like, what's going on, you get to the finale, Right, okay, I'm just going to pause slightly because I'm just going to say this, okay?
Yeah.
One of the characters has a coming out scene as gay, okay?
Okay.
This scene, everyone thinks goes on a bit too long. And what I mean by this is, like, I think someone clocked it about 7.5 minutes. It felt like it went too long. But during that scene, he said something that doesn't make sense. He says, he's talking about how he was so worried about telling everyone because he wanted his life to be the same. He wanted everyone to treat him the same. And he starts talking about, like, you know, I want to play D&D with my friends, and I want to get on our bikes and ride to Melville's to have malted milkshakes. And everyone's like, wait a minute. Melville's is a general store that your mum works at. They don't sell milkshakes. Like, it's like we'd call it a hardware store.
Oh, okay.
And so everyone's like, that line literally makes no sense. Then, right, and again, this is going to be difficult to explain. This particular character I'm talking about had his kind of mind combined with the villain.
Oh, okay.
The villain used to live in this town in the 1950s. In the 1950s, Melville's, which is now a hardware store, was a diner where you could get milkshakes. So this coming out scene has gone on, it's rambling, and you're like, this feels a bit forced. This feels like it's a bit long. And then everyone starts picking up on that, and they're going, wait a minute. In amongst all of this, he says that. And so everyone's like, he's being controlled. Like the Duffer Brothers, the creators have said, pay attention. Focus on things. Every little detail matters. The colour changes. This character's saying that. Everyone's like, oh my god, this finale, he's being controlled. Like, we all think that he's, you know, the good guy in this, but maybe he's actually been, you know, manipulated this whole time. You go into the finale, right?
And obviously everyone is like, same as Game of Thrones, I'm guessing, everyone is like, theories are everywhere.
Theories are everywhere. You've had 5 seasons building up to this finale, this battle with this creature or creatures, the big kind of finale. This, you try and, like, it's a bit Dungeons and Dragons themed, but you've got this massive, like, size of a building monster called the Mind Flayer. You've got Vecno's a humanoid kind of evil character. You've got Demogorgons, Demodogs,
I've heard of
Demobats,
Demogorgons.
right?
I've heard of that thing. Yeah.
Right. All right. So these are all creatures. You get to the final battle. The Demogorgons, the Demodogs, and the Demobats aren't there. There's just none. There's none at all. You've had to go to the realm, if you like, the universe of where this creature is to kill it.
Okay.
When you get there, it's like a barren desert world. One of the key things that you've been told about this character, this Mind Flayer, this big bad,
yep,
he likes it cold. Right?
Why is he in the desert?
Thank you. Right, so you get there. There's none of the army of the creatures that should be there. They're just not there. None of them are there. And the final battle between our group and the bad guys takes less time than it took for Will to come out to his friends. The whole thing is done in 6 minutes. 6.5 minutes.
And that is the thing that the entire show has been building up to.
Yeah, so this is a 2 hour... Let's call it 2 hours, right? Let's call it 2 hours, the whole episode. This happens 48 minutes in. Now, I want you to imagine, therefore,
sorry, how
you
long's
have
the
paid
episode?
attention. 2 hours.
2 hour episode, and the big bad battle happens for 6 minutes.
At 48 minutes in. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So imagine now that you've spent the last week or so leading into this episode reading all these theories, looking at all the evidence, which seems really compelling because you know they can edit it if it's a mistake, but it's all been left in. You hear the dialogue and you're like, this isn't over. Like, maybe we as the audience are seeing, do you know what I mean? It's like, this isn't over. This can't be over. This is wrong.
Yep.
We then have the best part of an hour epilogue telling us how every character goes on into the future. And that's it. The show ends. No mystery, no big twist, no anything. the final battle lasted longer than shorter than a coming out scene, and it was all for nothing. All of the mistakes, all of the things people spotted, all of it was for nothing. So, within a few hours of people going apeshit, that was it. Don't get me wrong, lots of people loved the ending. It had a very 80s, everything's wrapped up, all happy feel to it.
Yeah. But
the vast majority of people were like, that can't be right.
Where's
that can't be the end. Like, what? Like, there's a twist. There has to be, because otherwise, why the fuck have you not edited out these errors yet? And to my knowledge, as of today, 21st of January, as we record this, it is still in there. All of it. So therefore, everyone's like, that makes no sense. So it created this conspiracy theory online, which they dubbed Conformity Gate, because everyone's conforming.
I've seen that word on Twitter, and I have no idea what it means.
well, the whole thing is like, conformity in the show was like, you had to conform as part of the evil guy, so it's conformity, and then obviously you stick a gate on it because of Watergate. Whenever there's a conspiracy in America, it's got to put gate on it. So Conformity Gate, honestly, mate, the research people went into on this is on a level I've never seen before. People went as far as looking into the cinematic release, because if you advertise something as a finale, and then charge people cinema tickets to go and watch it, those people, if another episode comes out, could quite rightly go, oi, I spent 30 quid on a ticket, whatever, to go and watch this because I thought it was the last episode.
How dare you now bring out some
more?
How
dare you? So if I say to you, and you're going to be like, this is mad, no one bought a ticket for it. When people went to the cinema to buy the tickets, they were told the tickets are free, but you have to spend 18, 20 quid. Like, you get a voucher for your food, basically. So you've given us money, and we're giving you this voucher back to buy food, drink while you're here. So technically, no one paid a ticket to go and watch the finale, in air quotes. Right? So that feeds into it pretty massively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow that up with, when an episode airs and stuff like that, in America there's like a registration system, like episodes and things like that. People went and found it, and went and found that it's not, the final episode isn't registered as the final episode.
Okay.
So again, people were like, now again, and all of this can be explained away as like, it was a promotion with the cinemas to try and get more people through the door. That makes sense. So Netflix don't really give a shit about cinematic stuff or income from it. They only care about subscribers and the streams. Yeah. So it's fine, whatever. Maybe that's why they did that. And then you get the whole registration thing. Well, maybe it's just not been registered yet. It doesn't really mean anything. But you add the sheer number of what appear to be errors, which lead into the conspiracy. The fact that the cast are being still out there doing interviews non-stop, even though the show's over. Like, we had members of the... But don't get me wrong, all the cast and everyone's denying it, just saying, no, there's no more. Like, I don't get where people are getting this from. But all of the actors are still doing a promotional tour for it. Like, Saturday Night Live, the most recent Saturday, was hosted by an actor from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
This week, another two of the actors are on different talk shows. Like, when something's out and it goes out, you do that press tour leading into it, and then you're kind of done, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't really have a press tour to after
end it.
Yeah.
No. So it's weird, and that's why this conspiracy exists, and it is insane to me, because really there's two options in this. Either it was genius, or it was absolutely awful. And what is the funniest thing, for me anyway, is they've released a making of documentary. I watched it.
So, I'm sorry, they've released episodes that have continuity errors and other errors in it. Yeah. And then released something called the making of, to show where they made all their own mistakes.
And they really show it as well. In this documentary, the showrunners come across as absolute morons.
Oh no.
To the point that it's fed into the conspiracy more, because people have looked at it and gone, why would you allow this to air? Like, why would you be happy with the world seeing this? Like, you look so stupid. There's a moment where a writer in a writer's room questions the showrunners and says, why when they get to the final battle is there no monsters? And the guy just goes, I think maybe they've got like Demogorgon fatigue because they're in it a lot. And it's like, because it's an essential part of the freaking show. Like from season 1 to now, like it's been a constant battle against these creatures. It's one of the few things that
I actually know from the show as someone who doesn't watch it.
Yeah, and just completely left out of the finale, the final battle, just completely ignored. I mean, it's led to some hilarious memes of them all on holiday, but it's insanity. And for someone in the writer's room to be like, this is batshit, and then being like, okay, right, thanks for your feedback, and then ignoring that.
However, don't care.
Yeah, you've got a unit producer talking to the camera going, yeah, so we're filming the final episode, but we don't have a script yet. Like, it's not been finished. And then they've got a shot of one of the brothers writing, and at the top of the screen, 3 different chat GPT tabs are open.
Oh, no.
How can
ChatGPT, how can I end this episode?
How can you possibly, in a million years, think this is a good thing to put out to people? So I watched it, and I genuinely went, they're fucking idiots. The ending was shit because they're idiots. They clearly lucked into a good story and just had no idea what they were doing.
They had no finish actually in mind, and all of a sudden have gone, crap, we've got to finish this.
Yeah, just awful. Absolutely awful. Other people are convinced it's all part of it. They're like so far down the rabbit hole, red pill, blue pill, whatever. They are so far down into this matrix of, no, it's all part of it. It's all part of the bluff. It's all part of it. There's going to be some hidden episode. And I'm like, nah, there's not. Like, they are just awful, awful writers. And I'm hoping, just like David and Dan with Game of Thrones, I'm really hoping that whatever they had lined up gets cancelled, because just awful. Like, you can't, like, awful. You can have opinions on things. Like, if there weren't all the errors in it, you look at it and just go, I didn't like how they ended that. But it's not awful. I just didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
With the sheer amount of errors.
Absolutely awful.
And it took 2 years to come out. Yeah. So I said people on this skip 8 minutes. I'm now over 20 minutes, so I feel really bad.
Welcome to minute 9 of the podcast. Glad you could join us.
Yeah. Yes. We're in the upside down, people. So I talked a lot about that. You've not watched it, so it was kind of difficult to explain, but even with what I've explained to you, you can understand why the conspiracy theories exist.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And how batshit it is. That, like, that's what's happened. Now, I said to you, I sent you some homework for the show.
You did.
And I said to you, like, find me some conspiracy stuff in TV and movies. So, my friend, take the floor. What we got?
So, I'm going to start with... I went on to good old Reddit.
Now, for conspiracies, that has to be the place to
go. It has to be. I try not to use Reddit as much as possible because you can go down some black holes in that.
Is this a good time to point out there's a few threads about us on there?
But I still haven't found them. I'm still looking. But...
So, even though I've told you what they are...
And I'm not looking for those ones. Definitely not looking for that one.
Okay.
But no, so one of the first that I put up here, movie conspiracy theories, Reddit. In a Google search, and the first one that came up, I absolutely loved.
Okay.
Kevin McAllister from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Grows up to become Jigsaw from the Saw movies because he enjoyed putting the torture through Henry and Marv so much that he then took that into adult life.
Yeah, so I've seen that, but I don't watch horror films, so I have got no idea if that works.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah. So the whole point of Jigsaw is he takes people... So I personally do not like horror movies.
Yeah.
I don't understand the idea of paying money to not watch a movie at the cinema.
Yeah.
Scare mazes and stuff like that. I'm like, why am I going to pay money to walk around with my eyes shut? This makes no sense whatsoever. So I don't do that sort of horror.
Yeah.
I think the first Jigsaw film is one of the smartest, cleverest films ever made.
Oh, okay.
I do not classify... I mean, there are some bits in it which are gory. Yeah. But I do not necessarily classify the first film as a horror film. I classify it as a thriller.
Okay.
He takes these two people that do nothing but moan about how crap life is, locks them in a bath, like what looks like a public restroom, chains them to the pipes, and starts playing a recording to them where they basically have to play a game to survive.
Got you.
Sort of thing. And it's basically trying to teach people your life isn't that damn bad.
Okay.
Sort of thing. But the way he kind of plays the games with them and stuff like that, by the time you get to like Saw 32 or whatever it is they've now just made, they're basically just gore fests.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's just not...
It's just, how can we get the most amount of blood on screen is kind of where they ended very, very quickly in Saw. But basically, the theory is, from the idea that he went from building traps to protect his house as a kid to building traps to play with people as an adult, and basically he thoroughly enjoyed the pain he put the robbers through, so now he's just turned a bit psychotic and enjoys playing these games and hurting people.
So to you, you're like, this absolutely
That
works.
Absolutely could be a thing, yeah.
No, man, from what you've just said, I love that one. That works for me.
And then there's another one that you'll like as well here. So I've got one main one to end on, but these are the two that I saw on Reddit that kind of got my attention.
All right, bring it on.
Skynet.
Yes.
Now, in real life, the more we go through AI and the more we go through robotic stuff now, I am now convinced my toaster's going to start trying to kill me at some point.
Without a shadow of a doubt, yes.
However, I'm going to read what this person's put. Okay? And I'll get your idea on it at the end. I've always liked the theory that Skynet is intentionally prolonging war with humanity and prolonging it infinity. Skynet, an AI whose entire purpose is war, becomes self-aware and starts a war against humanity. It realises very quickly, however, that if it eliminates humanity, the war ends and therefore Skynet has no purpose. So it makes sure the war never ends. Think about it. A hyper-intelligent AI, thinking at God knows how much faster a rate than humanity, which can produce soldiers limitlessly, soldiers that don't sleep, eat, drink, question, and are made out of literal steel, really should have kicked humanity's ass very quickly. Instead, it makes sure humanity has just the right elements. An inspiring leader. Just enough firepower to put up a good fight. Cue laser weapons. And if it ever messes up, it has a time machine so it can go back and correct the mistakes. All of this adds up to an enemy that isn't actually trying to win, but is just trying to keep humanity in a perpetual state of near extinction forever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, I don't know about that one. I like it. I like the thought process behind it, but the whole trying to kill John Collar, the leader, constantly trying to kill the leaders, would suggest that's not what they want. They want the humans exterminated. But I like it. That's fun. I like that one.
I quite like the fact. Yeah, it's just constantly like, we'll get to you eventually. No, bring it back, and go again, and no, bring it back.
Yeah,
I like
I mean, I like the thinking behind. I mean, it's pretty dark, but I like the thinking behind it without a doubt.
But yeah, so
what else we got, man?
So the big one, the big one has to be The Simpsons. Like,
I was hoping
there is no bigger conspiracy theory than
Matt Groening being a time traveler.
So there's two that I like. One is Homer Simpson is actually in a coma.
Okay. I've never heard that one.
So basically, Homer Simpson, in all, like, we're what, 33 seasons?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is now, into The Simpsons, nobody has ever aged.
No,
you know,
true.
in The Simpsons season 4, episode 3, Homer the Heretic, God told Homer that he would die in 6 months. Exactly 6 months later, in season 4, episode 18, so it's come to this, a Simpsons clip show. Bart's April Fool's prank inadvertently puts Homer in the hospital, and he is left comatose by a vending machine.
Okay.
There's a popular theory that suggests that the entire show since then has actually been Homer's coma dream. And, it's around the time the show shifted its focus from Bart to Homer. And around the same time, the humour got less grounded, more absurd, more far-fetched. The aliens, the tree houses of terror, and all this sort of thing. And I'm like, there must be a reason why we can be 33 years into this. And
well, it's a cartoon. I think it's the reason why. I mean, they do episodes every now and again where it's like, this is what it would be like if they were aged and stuff like that. And I always find them really funny. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Family Guy cartoons, they don't age, do they? So I mean, it's
well, no.
Yeah, I like that. I like
one.
that a lot.
I did see one that the Breaking Bad is a Walking Dead prequel. I just remembered I've got that in my notes. I forgot to say about that one. Apparently, there's a few subtle connections
Dead prequel
that tie the shows together. A bag of Walter White's blue meth can be spotted along Merle Dixon's drug stash.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a 2-year timeline of Breaking Bad, which more or less lines up with when the zombie outbreak happens at the beginning of The Walking Dead. Apparently, they could be linked together. I'm not sure on that one, but the main.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they were both.
Hold on.
They were both shows on AMC.
Yeah.
And both basically so those things are in there as a nod, not a. It's a thing. It was something they put in there deliberately as like a kind of fun nod to the other show that was like massive on AMC at the time.
That's exactly what I have only watched a few episodes of Breaking Bad, so
yeah,
I was like, okay. But so the main thing with The Simpsons is the creator a time traveller?
Yes, 100%.
Because there is just stuff that they get right, even down to like Lady Gaga performing at Super Bowl 7 years before it happens, but in like almost
Trump.
exact the same outfit. Donald Trump as president. The fact, not even that, but the fact that he waves going down an escalator in a shopping mall.
Yeah, to announce it. Yeah.
And it's just like, wait a minute. Like, there are some things where you've got to be like, Kamala Harris wore a purple pantsuit. They got that one right. They've predicted a load of different Super Bowl stuff. Disney buying Fox back in season 10.
Yep.
I'm just like, there are so many smartwatches back in season 6, episode 19.
Yep.
They joke about smartwatches.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's got to be like, there's only so many times that you can get something that accurate before you start going, right, what's going on?
Well, I mean, I love it. Like, it's sort of so mental, but their whole explanation for this is like, we've been going so long and we've come up with so many outlandish stories, at some point we're going to get stuff right. Which is probably true.
But it's not just the fact they get things right, it's the fact they get things right. Like the US winning gold in the curling at the Winter Olympics. They did that in 2010. It then happened in 2018.
There is some mad stuff. I think the stuff that gets me the most, genuinely, is there's like this weird thing, like when FIFA were taking the World Cup to Qatar. And there was this moment that there was like two sort of Saudi princes and stuff like that, members of FIFA, and they were all around like this orb that was lit up, right?
Yeah.
and they're all like touching it, and it's such a weird photo shoot. And then someone goes, "I've seen this." Like I remember this happening, like live sort of thing, like Twitter like went crazy, like this is like deja vu crazy. And someone went back 3 years in a Simpsons episode, the World Cup's being discussed, and like it is, you can put the pictures next to each other.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God.
There's so many of them. Like, do you remember the horse meat scandal that we had?
Yeah.
Where, it turned out in 2013, apparently, they'd found out that several beef products contained horse meat. Well, back in season 5, they show the lunch lady adding horse parts to part of her school lunch.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's stuff that's like, it's almost so random.
Yeah, I mean, there's some mad stuff, but the problem is, and this is a problem now in so many different ways, is thanks to Disney Plus, I have access to all of these Simpsons episodes. And so therefore, I've looked sometimes when I've seen these frames being shared, and they're not actually there. People are changing them to make it work. So there's a really good one that people always share where it's like, this particular athlete died on this day and the Simpsons made a joke that he died on this day and stuff like that. And then you go back and find the episode and the date's not mentioned. So people have added it in, like AI sort of added it in to make it. So it's got to a point where now it's a bit like, I don't know. I mean, it's good to question. Conspiracy theories, it's good to question everything, people. Like, question everything you see all the time. Do not be taken in. I'm glad you brought up The Simpsons, to be honest with you, because you know what? I would have done this show and not said it, and I would have kicking myself if you hadn't.
No, I love the stuff that they bring up.
There's a couple of films that I always think of with conspiracy stuff. So like the National Treasure films, I loved, like mystery kind of conspiracies all wrapped together and stuff. The Da Vinci Code obviously did it very well based on the best-selling book.
Yes.
One of the first, it was sort of like a late 90s film, I think, starring Will Smith, called Enemy of the State, which is where a guy basically has his life just ripped apart by the government. And it's like, I think the tagline was like, it's not paranoia when they're really after you. Oh. And I remember watching that film and just being like, oh, Jesus, like this, like, all these conspiracy theories about what the capabilities that the CIA have and what they'll do to you and stuff. It was like, all right, that was kind of great. So that always sticks in my mind. But the TV show, when it comes to conspiracies and stuff like that, always comes to mind is the X-Files.
Now, do you know, when I did my search, and I did my search for looking for shows that kind of have the conspiracy in, this kept pinging up. Now, I was of the wrong age, I think, for the X-Files.
Yeah, probably a bit young.
But it kept popping up, and I'm like, I hope Sam mentions this, because I got no idea.
Yeah. So, David Duchovny, Gillian Anderson as a duo, Mulder and Scully, basically FBI agents, and the whole thing is around the X-Files are a group of stuff that the FBI can't explain. And these two are down in the basement of the FBI, and they're working their way through them to try and actually explain it. Aliens, paranormal stuff, all of it is so... And it's all woven in conspiracies of stuff being covered up, and you can't look there, So the whole show is like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And it was a great show of its time. Great show, really good, very episodic based. They've tried to revamp it, reboot it, bring it back a couple of times. Not really worked very well. However, a complete reboot of it is coming, and it's being written and created by Ryan Coogler, the man behind the Black Panther films and various other things, Sinners and all sorts.
Okay.
And I'm going to be watching it, and I'll tell you for why I'm going to be watching it. I have, like all of us, complicated relationship with family, but there are certain memories and certain things that'll always stand out to you. And I have a fantastic memory of the X-Files with my mum. My mum loved the show, the X-Files, and so it was an event. And, back before TiVo and all the wonderful boxes that allow us to stop, pause, record, you had to make sure you were by your TV when the
At
thing was going to
7 o'clock
start.
on a Thursday night,
Yeah.
you all sit there and watch.
Well, this was, I think it was 9 p.m. on a Friday. BBC Two, X-Files. It was an event.
Weirdly, I
My
never
mum
saw the
liked
show,
the show.
but I know the music. Like, if someone plays the music, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah, it's iconic. Yeah, but it was an event, and my mum loved the show so much, and it was just something we watched together and talked about. And so I have like a really nice memory associated with this. Like, we'd often get like a takeaway or something and sit down ready to watch it.
Yeah.
So it's a nice memory of that, of sharing with my mum. Ryan Coogler is rebooting it and is writing it all because he had that exact same thing with his mum. He talks about it. His mum loved the show. It was something they connected over.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so when he got so when I saw this interview about it, I was like, oh man, I'm going to be watching that. That's kind of really serendipitous, and so I'm really looking forward to it because everything I've seen of him, directing, writing, I've been really impressed by. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with
I mean,
this.
that at least puts it in a good light of like, it's going to be a good reboot. Because I know some things get rebooted.
Yeah.
You kind of watch an episode and you go, oh dear.
Well, what was that? Yeah, clearly you never watched the original, yeah. Now, I'm going to end with probably my favourite conspiracy theory in modern TV, okay?
Okay.
And it's a conspiracy theory only in as much as no one's going to admit it, because, I think it's true, but no one's going to admit it. And that is the reason why shows on streaming platforms, when they go to streaming and like they get a new season, for example, are renamed. So, I'm going to give you an example that me and you both know really well.
Yep.
Marvel collaborated with Netflix to create 3 seasons of a show called Daredevil.
Yes.
Titled for the character. That show came to an end when the Marvel relationship with Netflix ended due to Disney. Disney launched Disney Plus, and as soon as those rights were available to them again, like Netflix, the deal expired, they added those shows to their platform and announced they were going to be making a new season. But it wasn't a season 4, it's season 1 of Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
So why would you not just Daredevil season 4? It was a very successful show. You now have all 3 seasons on your platform, not on Netflix anymore, so you control it all. You know, why would you not just continue it? Why does it need to be renamed? Well, I can tell you, my friend.
Go on.
The way TV works and the way these deals work is when you're a cast member or anything like that, there's a payment system called residuals. And if you're a writer, producer, anything like that, even if you're not then involved in later seasons, you still earn because you are part of that show's success. So if Disney, when it went on their platform, did Daredevil season 4, people involved in seasons 1, 2, and 3 would have been due money.
Okay.
By rebranding it, even though it literally is a season 4 of the show, Daredevil Born Again, and calling it season 1, not season 4.
It's a new show, so therefore they're not paying.
You don't. Yeah, no one's due a damn penny, even though it's the same cast.
Oh, that's naughty, isn't it?
It is continuing. It is a little bit. But you're gonna. Now I've said it. Everyone look around at shows that are coming back, and I guarantee you're going to see little quirks in the names, little things, little changes. It's not going to be like you'll hear them say, "Oh yeah, it's a reboot." It's not like it's a reboot. It's like, well, it's the same cast. Yeah, but it's a reboot. They're not called. Yeah, it's not like season. It's not like the new season. It's a reboot, and that's so they can get around that. That's what TV production companies are doing. Streaming services are doing.
There's a show we both love, Scrubs, is coming back.
Yeah.
They did a reboot of Scrubs.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, if they changed the name for that or not. Have they changed the name for this one?
So interestingly, that wasn't a reboot. Season 9 of Scrubs, which everyone treats as a reboot or as a spin-off, was season 9 of Scrubs.
Oh.
The showrunner has said loads of times he should have ended it with season 8, and he should have done a spin-off called Scrubs The Interns for not season 9. It should have been a spin-off.
Right.
But he didn't. And no, this is season 1 Scrubs Reboot is what it's called. Season 1 though.
Oh, okay.
It's very important that everyone's aware. It's called season 1.
Season 1, fair enough.
Yeah, and now we know why, everybody.
There's one more. There is one more, very quickly. There's one more.
Yeah.
You are going to have to explain it, because you explained it to me. The How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
There was something about Barney. I remember you telling me about it, and it.
Okay, yeah. All right. So the conspiracy theory about Barney is, so in How I Met Your Mother, it is a story of a man telling his kids the story of how he met their mother, and so there's certain things in the story he tends to slightly change, and one of them is when him and his friends would get high smoking marijuana, he'd substitute that with sandwiches. Oh, me and your Uncle Marshall had a couple of big sandwiches before the concert. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire series, there's a character, Barney, who wears suits. It's his thing. Suit up. Come on, we're going out. Put a suit on. Get yourself suited up. And Ted doesn't like getting suited up, but does every now and again. There's an episode in this where Barney is trying to score with a hot bartender lady who doesn't like men with suits. So he goes through withdrawal for his suit. He's like craving it. He goes and basically has like a drug-induced coma, hugging a suit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so the theory is that sandwiches were code and suits were code for cocaine. And he was a massive cokehead. And every now and again he'd get Ted on it as well. But the vast majority of the time, it was just Barney out partying all the time, coked out of his brains, and this woman was like, I don't like you city types on cocaine all the time. And he's like, I don't do that, I'm fine. And then went into serious withdrawal.
Which, until you said about it, I thought nothing of it. And I've watched episodes since, and I'm like, oh my God, he is such a typical city cokehead. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is the conspiracy theory of the fans on How I Met Your Mother. There's a few with that show, but that's the one I like the most. There's a few others, which is
that one blew my mind though.
Like Barney didn't really exist. There's that theory, which is kind of really weird. But yeah, so the last thing on this I'm just going to say as well is the whole shows disappearing from streaming as well, which is just something that is kind of interesting. And I'll give the example of Willow, the TV series on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So Disney Plus did a TV series as a follow-up to the film Willow. It got absolutely eviscerated for being woke and all this kind of stuff. It came out at a point just as it got nasty. Like, you know, if you so much as said, oh, this character might be gay, it was like, oh, this is woke. You know, people were like kind of crazed on it at that moment. So Disney Plus deleted it. They didn't just stick it in the archive, leaving it there, or if people like it at some point they'll enjoy it. They deleted it.
Yeah.
So what would be the advantage of spending nearly $200 and something million on a TV show you've then deleted? Not archived, deleted. And the answer is tax. They made that show, they put it out, it got eviscerated. If they left it on there, the platform, people earn money from it. People who starred in it will earn money from it. Over time, they would do it. By deleting it, it became a tax write-off as a loss, and no one can earn a damn cent from it because it's gone. Yeah, so that was a show created and filmed over a course of a year, a lot of money, and it's gone forever. It's gone. It's been completely deleted. Because you have to completely delete it for it to be a tax write-off.
I mean, that is also
and
insane.
That's why,
the fact that an entire year of filming, of all that money that went into it, production costs, wages, everything.
Cast members, all of it,
and
just gone.
Just completely. Gone, doesn't exist.
And of course, not just Disney. Think about Warner Brothers and Batgirl. That was a completed film. Post-edited, done, completely, and they deleted it rather than release it.
Oh, wow.
They looked at that film with a really strong cast, like you look at, and they literally looked at it and went, "Yeah, this so bad, we're not even going to release it." I think the film budget on that was like $300 million.
Just gone.
Just gone. The director's talked loads of times about how he wished he'd had a copy because he'd have just released it to the internet. Like, fuck you guys, I'm going to release the film I made. But nope, gone, deleted, so they could write it off for tax.
That is just insane, isn't it?
Yeah. So it opens the conspiracy theory and the question, how many films and TV shows get greenlit every year, money spent on it, and then cancelled as tax write-offs?
God, yeah. How many times has this sort of thing happened? Like, how many films have been made that we have just no idea about at all?
Yeah, that 4 films that they've just gone, yeah, no, we're not releasing that, it's rubbish, we'll write it off. And serious money gets spent. But anyway, there you go, that's one for everyone to think about. As always, with this show, please get in touch with us. If you can think of a key conspiracy theory in TV, in movies, or perhaps a show or a film that deals with conspiracies that we've missed, get in touch with us. Every 10 episodes on this Friday show we do every single week, we go through all of the messages, all of the feedback, and we will go back over stuff we might have missed. So do get in touch with us. All the links to do that are available via the podcast description. You can find us on all the socials. You can get in touch via email at any time. It's sam@stuffandthangspodcast.com. I know it's a long email address, so that is in the podcast description as well. Do get in touch. Let us know what you think. I hope you're all keeping really well. And as tradition on this show, which is every single week, I'm now going to finish the show by handing you over to Stefan with his final thought.
I've got absolutely nothing that comes even close to half the conspiracies that are in this show this week, so I'm just going to leave people with what we have.
You didn't have anything prepared,
No.
did you? We do this podcast every single week.
We do.
You're going to sign off with a final thought.
We do.
And you just had nothing. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me, for you, the listeners. This is bad. This is not.
I've realised we're still recording this as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay.
Thank you for listening to the Stuff and Things podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. You can find us on Facebook or online. Simply search the Stuff and Things podcast to join in our conversation every week.